In this video, we are going to learn how you can create members in FreshLearn from Google Forms responses. So the idea here is that whenever the Google form is filled, automatically using the details of the form submission, a new member should get created into your e-learning platform, that is FreshLearn. For that, you need to integrate Google Forms with FreshLearn. So here your trigger application would be Google Forms and your action application would be FreshLearn. So how you can integrate both these software applications using Pabbly Connect? For that, you need to come to my screen. To integrate Google Forms with FreshLearn, first we need to log into pabbly.com. This is the website of Pabbly. Now here we can find two options: sign in, sign up free. If you are a new user, you have to just click on sign up free button and you can create your own account in just 2 minutes. And you're going to get free tasks every month. If you're already a user of Pabbly Connect, simply sign in. From the All Apps section, access Pabbly Connect. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here we have to create a workflow. For that, click on this plus sign, create workflow. Now here we have to give a name to the workflow. So let us give the name as create members in FreshLearn from Google Forms responses. Here you can give the workflow name as per your requirement and simply click on create. Now we can see a trigger window and an action window. So Pabbly Connect works on the concept of trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So in this particular use case, we want that whenever the Google form is filled, automatically using the details of the form submission, a new member should get created into your FreshLearn account. For that, first we need to integrate Google Forms with Pabbly Connect. So open this trigger window and here choose the application name as Google Forms. Select the trigger event as new response received. Now here we can see a webhook URL and some instructions. So by following these instructions, you can set up the webhook in your Google Forms. So let us read few of them. Google Forms responses are collected in Google Sheets. So follow the below steps in order to get the new response. Go to the form on which you want to take the submission and make the last question as required for the trigger. Okay. So for that, I'll just take you to the Google form which I have already created named Contact Form for FreshLearn. And here we are collecting the details of the user or the customer, that is his name, his email address and the phone number. So here we have to make this last question as required for the trigger. Okay, I have made this required field active over here. Okay, you also have to make your last question required. Now as Google form responses are collected in Google Sheets, we have to just move to responses tab. And here you can see I don't have any responses. So first we are going to capture the response by clicking on this I button, that is preview. And let us fill in the details. Let's give the name as demo name, email address as demo@pabblytudes.com, and let's enter the phone number. And now let's click on submit. Your response has been recorded. Okay, so the form has been filled. Now let's move to the form once again. And here we can find one response. So the response is captured over here. Now, as it was mentioned in the instructions that the Google form responses are collected in Google Sheets. For that, we have to just click on these three dots and click on select response destination. Now here it is asking to create a new spreadsheet or you want to select the existing spreadsheet. So I'm going to create a new spreadsheet and the name would be Contact Form for FreshLearn Responses. Okay. Here you can change the name as per your requirement if you want. And let's click on create. Linking to spreadsheet. Spreadsheet is linked. Now to access the spreadsheet, we have to click on this green sign, view responses in sheets. Okay, and now the form submission details are captured over here. That is the name of the user, his email address and the phone number. So now we are going to integrate this Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect. For that, click on extensions, add-ons and click on get add-ons. Now it will take us to Google Workspace Marketplace. Here we have to search for Pabbly Connect webhooks. Now you have to install Pabbly Connect webhooks on your system. As you can see that it is already installed on my system. I'm just going to close this window. But remember, after installing Pabbly Connect webhooks on your system, you have to refresh your Google Sheet. I repeat, you have to refresh your Google Sheet. Now after refreshing, we have to come to extensions once again. And this time we have to move to Pabbly Connect webhooks and click on initial setup. Now here it is asking for the webhook URL and the trigger column. So here we have to paste the webhook URL which we have seen in Pabbly Connect. So let's copy this webhook URL from here and we have to just paste it over here. And now here it is asking for the trigger column. The trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So here you can see that I have the data from column A till column D, and I want the data to be captured till column D. So my trigger column will be column D over here. Say if you have the data till column H and you want the details to be captured till column H, then you have to give the trigger column as column H over here. Okay. And now let's click on send test. Test data sent successfully. Okay. And now let's click on submit. Setup configured successfully. Okay. Let's close this window. Again, come to extensions, Pabbly Connect webhooks and click on send on event. So why we are selecting this option? Just because next time whenever the form will be filled, automatically the details will be captured in Pabbly Connect. We don't have to link these details again and again. So make sure you have a tick mark on send on event option over here. Okay. Yes, we have a tick mark. Now let's move back to Pabbly Connect. And when we scroll down, we can see that the response is received and all the details of the form submission are captured over here. The name of the user, his email address and the phone number. Along with that, the spreadsheet details are also captured. So now we want that using these details, automatically a new member should get created into your FreshLearn account. So now let's integrate FreshLearn with Pabbly Connect. So come to this action window and here choose the application name as FreshLearn. Select the action event as create member. Click on connect. Click on add new connection and now it is asking for the API key. You have to log into your admin account and go to the user list and click on the user. You will find the API key, then copy and paste the value over here. So let's click on this hyperlink. And here we are redirected to our FreshLearn account. From here I'll be just moving to my admin. I'll just click my user and here I can find my API key. So I'm just going to copy it and I'll be just pasting it over here. And now let's click on save to create a connection. And now the FreshLearn account is connected to Pabbly Connect. Now here it is asking for the email address, full name and other details of the user or the member who needs to be created. So we have already got all these details from our trigger response over here. So now we are going to map these details. So let's scroll down. Here we have to map the email address, come to trigger response and let's map it from the drop down. Here we'll be mapping the full name. Here we'll be mapping the phone number. As we don't have the city details, so I'm just leaving this field as blank. And now let's click on save and send test request. So here we can see the response is received. It means a new member is added to a FreshLearn account. Let's check it. We have to just refresh our FreshLearn account. Okay, and here we can see a new member created, name as demo name. Here we can find his email address, his contact number, and here we can find the created date and time also. So in this way, we can see that our integration is working fine. Let's move back to Pabbly Connect and let us save this workflow first. Data saved successfully. Okay. Now as we have set up an automation, this is a one-time process. Next time, whenever the Google form will be filled, automatically a new member will get created into your FreshLearn account. So now we are going to check this in the real time that whether our integration is actually working fine or not. For that, let's move to the form once again. And here I'm just going to submit another response on the name of some other customer or another user. So let's give the name as dummy user, email address as dummy@pabblytudes.com, and here I'm just going to add the phone number along with the country code. And let's click on submit. So the form has been filled. Now let us check our FreshLearn account. We have to refresh our account once again. Okay, and here we can see a new member created, name as dummy user. Here we can find his email address as dummy@pabblytudes.com. Here we can find his contact number and the created date and time. So in this way, we can see that our integration is perfectly working fine. So let's move back to Pabbly Connect and now I'll just minimize all these windows and let us see in a nutshell whatever we have done till now. So first we have created an integration between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect so that whenever the form is filled, automatically the details are captured in Pabbly Connect. And then using those details of the form submission, we have created a new member in our FreshLearn account. And in this way, we have learned at how we can create members in FreshLearn from Google Form responses using Pabbly Connect. Thank you.
So not just these software applications, you can integrate a ton of applications and automate your business using Pabbly Connect. In case of any queries, you can visit our Pabbly forum. To check the pricing details of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this particular URL. Also, the link of Pabbly Connect and this workflow is available in the description box. You can clone the same workflow into your account directly. If you really like this video, please comment, share and subscribe. Thank you everyone.